Every day, the weight of decision crushes the shoulders of even the strongest investors. The market is a storm, relentless and unforgiving, where billions are won and lost in heartbeat moments. For those who build empires, who lead with vision and demand excellence, the pressure isn't just about numbers, it's about legacy, about survival in a world that insists on mediocrity. Imagine staring down this crucible, knowing one choice could shatter years of work or ignite a journey beyond all expectations. The truth is brutal. Most investment decisions are forgettable, lost in the noise. But every once in a while, a single call, one bold move, explodes into a reality no one saw coming and changes everything. And here's the secret that even the best won't admit. The power to flip your entire future isn't in endless study or cautious waiting. It's in a leap, sharp, deliberate, unforgiving. You stand on the edge, and the abyss isn't a threat. It's an invitation. Why do so many talented leaders freeze at this moment? Why do they drown in endless analysis, paralyzed by fear, distracted by the comfort of the known? Because the world around you is built to trap you in a cycle of predictable choices. It feeds you scripts about safety, about incremental growth, about fitting in with what's expected. But safety is a cage. Conformity is a slow death. If the world tells you your identity is your job title, your portfolio, your network, it is handing you chains disguised as trophies. The real pain is not losing money, it's watching your fire dim as you trade your wild potential for someone else's blueprint. That inner tension, the whisper below the noise, is real. It screams, there's something more. You deserve more. You were not made to follow. You were born to lead, to disrupt, to redefine what's possible. Now, imagine breaking free from this trap. Imagine stepping out of the rules that throttle your creativity and power. This isn't about breaking laws or being reckless. It's about rewriting your relationship with risk and decision-making. The greatest investments aren't found by following advice handed down from tired playbooks. They come from a mindset few dare to embrace, the relentless refusal to be small, to settle for mediocre. Here's the uncovered truth. What moves the needle is the ability to see beyond the obvious, to question every assumption, to distrust the comfort of consensus. The markets don't reward the herd. They reward the visionary who dares to go where others won't. To find that one transformative investment decision, the one that changes everything, means embracing discomfort like a trusted ally. It means treating fear not as an enemy, but as a compass pointing to the edge of your growth. But it's not enough to chase bold moves blindly. Precision matters. Real power lies in alignment with your purpose, your values, and the rare few who share your hunger. Investing isn't just capital, it's energy, focus, conviction. The lonely journey of exceptional leaders often ends in isolation, and isolation kills momentum. The world's systems isolate brilliance to avoid disruption. They reward sameness to sustain the status quo. But transformation demands connection, not with the masses, but with the few who burn as fiercely as you do. Imagine being part of a network where your rare insights are not just understood but amplified, where your unconventional ideas don't fall on deaf ears, but ignite collaboration and creation. This is the hidden battleground where game-changing investments are born, not in isolation, but in fierce alignment. Here's a truth many don't speak. Obsessing over numbers and ignoring your inner compass is a recipe for burnout. Wealth without direction is emptiness wrapped in illusion. The investments that redefine lives are inseparable from your inner world. They reflect your willingness to be sovereign, to wield your will like a weapon against the tide of false security. Every decision is an extension of your power to choose who you become. When you lose that, you lose everything. But when you reclaim that, when you look your fear in the eye and say, "This does not own me," you tap into a source of strength few ever find. That strength is patience, the long game that outlasts headlines, trends, and the fleeting applause of the crowd. It's the only way to turn a single investment into a revolution in your life. What if you treated your next move not as a risk to be feared, but as a declaration? A declaration that you will no longer live a life designed by others, that mediocrity and comfort are no longer acceptable currencies in your world? What if every dollar you deploy is a vote cast in a system that no longer serves, that no longer values true freedom or radical progress? The world as it exists is a fragile illusion, built by those who fear change. But the power to transcend this illusion is yours. It comes from recognizing that your freedom isn't just a right, it's a daily, ruthless choice to break the chains of complacency and conformity. You're not here to be a spectator. You're here to play a role in a revolution of thinking, a rebellion against the rules that kill potential. The systems designed to hold you back are old, slow, and brittle. But the extraordinary thrive not within systems. They thrive at the edges, where rules break down and new paths emerge. Your investment choices must reflect this mindset. Seek opportunities that don't just promise profit, but demand transformation of industries, economies, societies, and ultimately of yourself. The most powerful decisions aren't about chasing what's safe. They are about creating what's next, what breaks molds, what rewrites the future. Let's be clear. This path is not for everyone. It requires brutal honesty, fierce courage, and relentless patience. You will be misunderstood, misaligned, maybe even isolated. But isolation is the price of greatness. The rare few can stand alone long enough to build bridges others can cross. The investment that changes everything is not just about money. It's about aligning with this radical vision of freedom and power. It's about creating a ripple effect that connects brilliance, fuels collaboration, and creates a new infrastructure for the exceptional. Look at the pain around you, the world filled with hollow victories and quiet desperation, where millions live lives half-lived. That pain is the fire for change. Do not waste it by clinging to old comforts or fear. Use it to fuel your decisions, your strategies, your relentless quest for true sovereignty. Understand that your investment choices are not just transactions. They are declarations of who you are becoming. Every number, every asset, every partnership must live and breathe this truth. You have the chance right now, in this moment, to decide if you will be bound by the illusions or if you will rise above them, to be a prisoner of convenience or a fighter for freedom, to fade into the background of mediocrity or to burn bright enough to light a new path for those who follow. The one decision that can change everything is not about timing the market or playing it safe. It's about choosing to be more than the sum of your fears. It's about diving into the unknown, armed with the clarity that your will is your weapon, your vision is your map, and patience is your shield. In this choice lies power beyond money, a power to reshape not just your own future, but the future of the world as you know it. It's the power of the liberated individual, the architect of possibility, the rebel with a cause. You don't just want to make an investment. You want to spark a movement that defies the broken systems, that connects the rare and the brilliant, and that crafts a reality where freedom isn't an illusion, but a lived experience. So when the moment comes, the moment where one decision whispers in your ear, where the world waits for you to move, will you freeze in doubt, or will you ignite the spark that changes everything? The difference is simple. Those who change the world do not wait for permission. They refuse comfort, reject rules that bind them, and claim the edge as their home. This isn't about luck or timing. It's about embracing your power to transcend the ordinary and create the extraordinary. This is the crossroads where most falter and few rise. The choice is yours. Be the anomaly. Be the force that sets the market on fire. Be the investor who does not just play the game, but rewrites the rules. One decision, that one, can shatter illusions, break chains, and open doors to a future worth fighting for. It's not just possible, it's necessary. Because waiting is the enemy, and your destiny calls for boldness, clarity, and fierce alignment. Every second you hesitate, you cost yourself the life waiting on the other side of that leap. Choose to burn. Choose to become. Choose to change everything.